Welcome, listeners, to the shadowy depths of mystery and legend. In this episode, we venture into the heart of darkness itself, a place where the line between the natural and the supernatural blurs into oblivion. Nestled at the northwest base of Mount Fuji, cloaked in a dense shroud of trees, lies Aokigahara Forest. Known to many as the Sea of Trees, this silent guardian of secrets holds more than just the whispers of the wind. It is a realm where myths walk hand in hand with reality, where the spirits of the past linger in the cool, heavy air, beckoning the living into its embrace. For centuries, Aokigahara has been steeped in folklore, a place where yūrei ghosts of the dead in Japanese mythology roam freely, trapped between worlds. The forest itself seems to breathe, alive with stories of sorrow and despair, its soil rich with the tales of those who have chosen it as their final resting place. But what draws the heart to such a place of beauty and terror? What secrets lie buried beneath the moss-covered roots? Why do souls wander here, lost and untethered? Tonight, we peel back the veil of the unknown, stepping into the shadows of Aokigahara Forest. Prepare yourself for a journey into the heart of fear, apprehension, and ambiguity. Join us as we uncover the true horror stories hidden within the Sea of Trees, exploring the eerie silence that holds the whispers of 1,000 ghosts. Welcome to the dark side of wonder, where the stories of Aokigahara Forest come to life. Let the journey begin. Beneath the majestic crown of Mount Fuji, shrouded in mist and mystery, lies a forest as enigmatic as it is dense. Aokigahara, known to many as the Sea of Trees, stretches its dark, whispering expanse at the northwest base of Japan's iconic peak. This is not just any forest. It is a labyrinth of science, where the trees grow so closely together that they swallow sound, creating an eerie, oppressive silence. It's a place where compasses fail, guided instead by the unseen forces that linger in the air. The forest's ominous nickname, the Sea of Trees, hints at its vast, impenetrable depths, a sea not of water, but of endless, twisting greenery, where one can easily be swallowed whole by the shadowy embrace of nature. The history of Aokigahara is as rich as the soil that blankets its floor, a history intertwined with the cultural fabric of Japan itself. This forest has been revered, feared, and shrouded in mystery for centuries. Its roots delve deep into the volcanic rock, and its history delves into the realms of the spiritual and the supernatural. In ancient times, it was believed to be the domain of dragons and spirits, a sacred place that was to be approached with reverence and caution. But it is the mythology and folklore that casts the longest shadow over Aokigahara, where the line between this world and the next seems to blur. The forest is said to be haunted by yūrei, the ghosts of the dead who have not found peace. These spirits wander the dense woods, trapped between worlds, their whispers carried on the wind. The tales tell of those who have entered the forest never to return, lost forever in its embrace, their spirits adding to the chorus of voices that haunt the sea of trees. Ancient legends speak of ubusut, a chilling practice from a darker time in Japan's history, where the elderly were abandoned in remote places, including the dense depths of Aokigahara, to die. It is said that the forest is haunted by the souls of these forsaken elders, their pain and anger fermenting into a potent, restless energy that permeates the very air. Listen as we delve deeper into the heart of Aokigahara. Remember that this forest holds more than just tales of the supernatural. It is a reflection of the human psyche, of our fears, our sorrows, and our unending search for meaning. The sea of trees stands as a testament to the thin veil that separates the living from the dead, the natural from the supernatural. It reminds us that there are places in this world that remain beyond our understanding, realms where our rules and realities hold no sway. So, as we stand on the threshold of this ancient forest, let us tread softly, for we walk not just on soil, but on the storied pastoval end where spirits roam, and stories live in the whispering winds. Welcome to Aokigahara, the sea of trees, where each step takes us further into the heart of darkness and mystery. Let the journey begin. Beneath the majestic crown of Mount Fuji, shrouded in mist and mystery, lies a forest as enigmatic as it is dense. Aokigahara, known to many as the Sea of Trees, stretches its dark, whispering expanse at the northwest base of Japan's iconic peak. This is not just any forest. It is a labyrinth of science, where the trees grow so closely together that they swallow sound, creating an eerie, oppressive silence. It's a place where compasses fail, guided instead by the unseen forces that linger in the air. The forest's ominous nickname, the Sea of Trees, hints at its vast, impenetrable depths, a sea not of water, but of endless, twisting greenery, where one can easily be swallowed whole by the shadowy embrace of nature. The history of Aokigahara is as rich as the soil that blankets its floor, a history intertwined with the cultural fabric of Japan itself. This forest has been revered, feared, and shrouded in mystery for centuries. Its roots delve deep into the volcanic rock, and its history delves into the realms of the spiritual and the supernatural. In ancient times, it was believed to be the domain of dragons and spirits, a sacred place that was to be approached with reverence and caution. But it is the mythology and folklore that casts the longest shadow over Aokigahara, where the line between this world and the next seems to blur. The forest is said to be haunted by yūrei, the ghosts of the dead who have not found peace. These spirits wander the dense woods, trapped between worlds, their whispers carried on the wind. The tales tell of those who have entered the forest never to return, lost forever in its embrace, their spirits adding to the chorus of voices that haunt the sea of trees. Ancient legends speak of ubusute, a chilling practice from a darker time in Japan's history, where the elderly were abandoned in remote places, including the dense depths of Aokigahara, to die. It is said that the forest is haunted by the souls of these forsaken elders, their pain and anger fermenting into a potent, restless energy that permeates the very air. Listeners, as we delve deeper into the heart of Aokigahara, remember that this forest holds more than just tales of the supernatural. It is a reflection of the human psyche, of our fears, our sorrows, and our unending search for meaning. The sea of trees stands as a testament to the thin veil that separates the living from the dead, the natural from the supernatural. It reminds us that there are places in this world that remain beyond our understanding, realms where our rules and realities hold no sway. So, as we stand on the threshold of this ancient forest, let us tread softly, for we walk not just on soil, but on the storied pastoral end where spirits roam, and stories live in the whispering winds. Welcome to Aokigahara, the sea of trees, where each step takes us further into the heart of darkness and mystery. Let the journey begin. As we venture deeper into the heart of Aokigahara, the sea of trees reveals a more somber and haunting aspect of its existence. Chapter 3 opens the pages on a narrative that is as delicate as it is distressing, casting a shadow over the forest's natural beauty with tales of sorrow and despair. This chapter explores the forest's history as a common site for suicides, and delves into the complex interplay of cultural, psychological, and media influences that have contributed to this dark phenomenon. Aokigahara, with its dense foliage and serene silence, has become a place where individuals from all walks of life have sought solace in their final moments. The forest's history as a suicide site dates back decades, with numbers that have fluctuated over the years, but have always remained troublingly significant. It's a phenomenon that cannot be attributed to a single cause, but is instead the result of a complex web of factors that lure the distressed and despondent into its depths. Cultural factors play a crucial role in this narrative. In Japan, the concept of suicide has historical and cultural dimensions that differ significantly from those in the West. The forest's association with death and the supernatural, rooted in Japanese folklore and traditions, contributes to its allure for those grappling with the decision to end their lives. This is compounded by the portrayal of Aokigahara in media, where films, books, and reports often highlight its macabre reputation, inadvertently romanticizing or sensationalizing the act of suicide. The psychological impact of Aokigahara's reputation on the human psyche is profound. Psychologists and researchers have pointed out that the forest's notoriety can create a paradoxical effect. For some, it represents a place of finality, where their pain can end in the solitude and embrace of nature. For others, the forest's reputation and the stories that emerge from its shadows can act as a deterrent, a grim reminder of the finality of the decision to take one's own life. The effect on visitors and the local community is palpable. Those who venture into the forest for exploration or curiosity often report feelings of unease, a sense of overwhelming sadness, or a heavy burden, as if the forest itself is imbued with the sorrow of the souls who have ended their lives within its bounds. The local community, while respectful of the forest's cultural significance, grapples with the dual challenges of preserving its natural beauty and dealing with the stigma and sadness associated with the suicides. Efforts to mitigate the issue have been implemented, including signage that encourages individuals to seek help and consider the impact of their actions on their loved ones. Patrols and interventions have saved lives, but the forest's allure remains, a testament to the deep and complex relationship between human despair and a call of Aokigahara. In this chapter, we've explored the shadows that linger in the sea of trees, shadows that tell a story of pain, loneliness, and the search for peace. Aokigahara, in its silent watch, bears witness to the complexity of human emotion, a reminder of the depth of our struggles and the importance of compassion and understanding. As we move forward, let us carry with us the knowledge of the forest's dual nature, as both a place of breathtaking natural beauty and a poignant symbol of the human condition. In the heart of the sea of trees, where whispers of the past and present merge, Chapter 4 delves into the spiritual essence of Aokigahara. This chapter uncovers the layers of spiritual beliefs and practices tied to this enigmatic forest, a place where the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is at its thinnest. Here, in the depths of Aokigahara, the practices of those who seek to understand, appease, and communicate with the spirits are as diverse as they are fascinating. Aokigahara, with its dense canopy and silent ambience, holds a profound spiritual significance in Japanese culture. It is considered a powerful place where yūrei, spirits of the deceased, are believed to linger, unable to move on due to their tragic endings or unresolved issues. Locals and spiritualists often engage in rituals and practices to appease these restless spirits, aiming to help them find peace and prevent their sorrow from affecting the living. These rituals can range from offering prayers and incense to conducting ceremonies that honor the memories of the departed, acknowledging their presence and seeking harmony between the worlds of the living and the dead. The practices also extend to purification and cleansing rituals, conducted to maintain the balance and purity of the forest's spiritual atmosphere. These rituals, often performed by Shinto priests or Buddhist monks, involve chanting, the offering of sake, rice wine, and other ceremonial acts intended to cleanse the area of any negative energy accumulated from its association with death and sorrow. Intrigued by the forest's reputation and the stories that have emerged from its shadows, paranormal investigators from around the world have ventured into Aokigahara in search of evidence of the supernatural. Armed with technology and traditional methods, these researchers seek to capture phenomena that defy scientific explanation. Thermal cameras, electromagnetic field meters, and digital voice recorders are just some of the tools used in these investigations, attempting to detect changes in temperature, energy, or capture disembodied voices that may indicate the presence of spirits. Accounts from these investigations often tell of unexplainable occurrences, temperatures dropping in specific areas without reason, equipment malfunctioning, or recording anomalies that cannot be replicated elsewhere. Some investigators have reported hearing voices or footsteps with no discernible source, or capturing images that seem to show figures lurking among the trees, only to find nothing upon closer inspection. It is the personal experiences of these investigators that resonate most deeply. Tales of feeling sudden emotions, overwhelming sadness or anxiety without apparent cause, or the sensation of being watched or followed, paint a picture of a forest alive with more than just the natural. These accounts add to the mystique of Aokigahara, feeding into the narrative of a place where the boundary between this world and the next is blurred. As we conclude Chapter 4, we're reminded of the complexity of Aokigahara, a place of natural beauty and serene silence, and imbued with a deep spiritual presence that commands respect and curiosity. The rituals and investigations that occur within its bounds are a testament to humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown, a desire to connect with the past, and perhaps to understand the mysteries that lie beyond our mortal reach. In the sea of trees, every whisper and shadow holds a story, beckoning those brave enough to listen and explore. As we tread further into the narrative of Aokigahara, Chapter 5 illuminates a path of resilience and renewal amidst the shadows. Here, the focus shifts towards the efforts to preserve the forest's natural beauty and the ecosystem it supports, casting a light on the initiatives that aim to protect this unique environment. while addressing the darker aspects of its reputation. This chapter is a testament to the power of conservation, healing, and hope. Aokigahara, with its dense undergrowth and towering trees, is an ecological treasure. It's a biodiversity hotspot that houses a variety of species, some of which are unique to this area. Recognizing its ecological and cultural importance, conservation efforts have been implemented to preserve its natural state. These efforts include maintaining the health of the forest's flora and fauna, protecting it from pollution, and preventing damage from tourism and vandalism. Environmental groups and local authorities collaborate to conduct cleanup operations and monitor the health of the forest, ensuring that its beauty and ecological value are preserved for future generations. Amidst the preservation of physical beauty, there's a parallel effort to transform Aokigahara's association with despair into one of recovery and hope. Strategies to prevent suicides in the area have been a critical part of this transformation. Signage with messages of encouragement and contact information for support services have been placed at various points within the forest, serving as reminders of hope and offering help to those in need. Furthermore, patrols and surveillance are carried out by volunteers and professionals trained to intervene and offer support to individuals who might be contemplating ending their lives. Beyond these measures, Aokigahara is gradually being recognized for its therapeutic aspects. The forest's tranquil environment, the serenity of its dense woods, and the beauty of its natural landscapes offer a unique space for healing and reflection. Stories of individuals who found solace within its embrace speak volumes about the restorative power of nature. These narratives often describe a deep sense of peace, a reconnection with oneself, and a renewed perspective on life's challenges. For some, the forest has become a sanctuary, a place where the silence speaks not of despair, but of the strength to continue, of the resilience of the human spirit. One poignant tale is of a person burdened with grief and loss, ventured into Aokigahara seeking solace. Amidst the towering trees and the quiet, they found a sense of belonging and an understanding that their pain, though profound, was a part of a larger tapestry of life. In the forest, they felt a connection to the cycle of life and death, a realization that brought comfort and acceptance. This individual emerged from Aokigahara with a renewed sense of hope, a testament to the healing power of nature. As we conclude Chapter 5, we're reminded of the duality of Aokigahara, a place of natural wonder and human sorrow, but also a symbol of resilience and hope. The efforts to conserve its beauty, protect its ecosystem, and transform its reputation are essential steps toward acknowledging its past, while moving toward a future where the forest is seen not only as a place of endings, but as a source of renewal and healing. In the heart of the sea of trees, there lies a message of perseverance, a call to cherish life and the natural world around us. In the concluding chapter of our journey into the enigmatic heart of Aokigahara, we explore the forest's place within the broader tapestry of culture and its impact on perceptions across the globe. Chapter 6 delves into the ways in which this forest, shrouded in mystery and lore, has been represented in films, literature, and popular culture, painting a picture of how art and storytelling have contributed to the forest's mystique. Aokigahara's dense, shadowy expanse has captivated the imagination of storytellers and filmmakers, often serving as a backdrop for tales of horror, mystery, and existential reflection. In cinema, it has been portrayed as a place where the boundaries between life and death, reality and the supernatural, become indistinct. Films and documentaries have explored its somber reputation, sometimes sensationalizing the tragedies within its bounds, while at other times offering a more nuanced, respectful examination of the forest's cultural significance and the personal stories of those affected by its darker aspects. Literature, too, has found a rich source of inspiration in Aokigahara. Authors have woven its haunting beauty and tragic legacy into narratives that range from the deeply psychological to the outright supernatural. Through these stories, readers are transported into the heart of the forest, invited to confront not only the spirits that may dwell there, but also the spirits within themselves, their fears, their sorrows, and their longing for meaning. The representation of Aokigahara in popular culture has undoubtedly shaped global perceptions of the forest. While some works have contributed to the mystification and stigmatization of the forest, others have sparked important conversations about mental health, suicide prevention, and the significance of places imbued with cultural and spiritual meaning. It is this dialogue between the forest and the world, between the natural and the supernatural, that continues to fascinate and challenge us. As we reflect on the enduring mystery of Aokigahara, we are reminded of the importance of respecting its history and the memories of those who have passed there. The forest, with its deep roots and silent stories, calls us to acknowledge the complexity of human emotion, the depth of our connections to nature, and the unseen forces that shape our lives. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of compassion and understanding in the face of despair. In closing, Aokigahara remains a place of profound ambiguity, a forest that holds both beauty and sorrow within its embrace. It is a reminder of the ongoing dialogue between the natural and supernatural worlds, a dialogue that encompasses the full spectrum of human experience. As we leave the sea of trees behind, we carry with us the stories of those who have walked its paths, the legends that haunt its shadows, and the hope that emerges from its darkest corners. The mystery of Aokigahara, like all great mysteries, invites us to look deeper, to question, and to wonder. In its silence, there is much to be learned about the world around us and the inner landscapes we navigate. May we approach such places with an open heart and a respectful curiosity, ready to listen to the whispers of history and the echoes of the unseen. As the final whispers of our journey through the shadowed paths of Aokigahara fade into silence, we reach the end of a story that has taken us deep into the heart of mystery, sorrow, and ultimately, understanding. Through the dense canopy of the sea of trees, we've glimpsed the delicate balance between the beauty and pain of human existence, and the thin veil that separates the seen from the unseen. Our exploration of Aokigahara, with its rich tapestry of history, folklore, personal tales, and cultural impact, has revealed a place that is much more than a mere location on a map. It is a reflection of the depths of the human psyche, a testament to the struggles and triumphs of the human spirit, and a reminder of the eternal dialogue between nature and the narratives we weave within it. As we conclude this podcast, let us carry forward not just the stories of fear and mystery, but also the lessons of compassion, hope, and respect for both the natural world and the complexities of the human condition. Aokigahara, in all its beauty and sorrow, serves as a poignant reminder of our shared vulnerabilities and the importance of reaching out, listening, and supporting one another in our darkest times. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining me on this journey through the sea of trees. May the paths we explore lead us not only into the heart of darkness, but also towards the light of understanding and empathy. Until we meet again on another adventure into the unknown, remember to look beyond the shadows, to seek the stories that unite us, and to cherish the light within every soul. Farewell for now, and may the stories we share inspire us to navigate the forests of our own lives with courage, curiosity, and compassion.